This is one acorn that didn't fall far from the tree. The classic references start off right out of the gate with aluminum rims and steel laces that never went out of vogue with true off-roadie types. A cut-down front fender lends it a race custom air, and it's far from the last feature to do so. Blackout treatment at the rim, fender support, tripletree and headlight can reinforces that custom panache to become the common thread that ties the whole design together no matter which of the two paint packages you choose. Triumph brings classic Scrambler looks and modern performance together with its new 4MY 2019 Scrambler 1200. This carries itself with plenty of the old-school standard DNA on display and an off-road bias that leaves no doubt as to how it's meant to be used. Proper any road hoops deliver the goods on just about any surface, but it's the top-shelf safety electronics that really sell this Bonneville power drive. Triumph promises a machine with a true dual identity, so today I want to test that claim and see how it stacks up against one or two prominent competitors. The overall design may date back to the 50s, but the instrumentation is decidedly modern. It uses a multifunction, digital TFT display for all the pertinent metrics with a bevy of indicator lights to handle the more mundane functions plus the electronic yummy goodness that is the traction control, rider modes and ABS features. Heated hand grips come stock, and they're paired with stock handguards. A 4.2-gallon teardrop fuel tank dominates the fly line ahead of an old-school bench seat, and it rocks proper knee pockets forming a narrow waist with indents up front that relieve the upper triple clamp and allow for a wide range of travel at the steering head. This is done to allow for better slow-speed maneuvers of the sort that'll come in handy when negotiating untamed terrain. Frame mount. Fold-up passenger foot pegs join an old-school JC handle that runs around the back of the P-pad area and sports segregated hardpoints for a couple of bungee cords, or perhaps a net, for a little cargo capacity instead. Like the front, the rear fender is cut quite short with just enough room to plunk down an LED taillight, but the rear winkers and license plate ride on a short mudguard extension to complete the gear in the rear. Though the exhaust is still a case of function over form, there's no denying the aesthetic value of those dual shotgun exhaust pipes that ride high on the right side. Yeah, it's a shameless racing reference, but why not? Trumpet uses this as its weapon of choice for its historic return to the Baja 1000 endurance race, so this is a bona fide race bike. The factory also makes it easy for you to record your perfectly legal adventures with an integrated GoPro feature that uses Bluetooth connectivity to establish a network for the camera. That same wireless connection pulls your iOS or Android phone into the network so you can field calls underway and pipe in your favorite tunes. You can also pre-plan your trips with navigation, complete with points of interest all set up ahead of time and imported from the Triumph app. Laced wheels round out the rolling chassis with tubeless Metsealer Turns hoops that bear generous street flats with a deep crosshatch tread pattern for grip on soft surfaces. In an effort to keep weight down, the tubular steel frame has an aluminum cradle section with a two-side aluminum swing arm that articulates the rear wheel and contributes to a low unsprung weight at the rear wheel. All the weight-saving measures pay off in the end with a 456-pound dry weight. Inverted 47mm Showa forks float the front end on a generous 9.8 inches of travel and a full trinity of adjustments. The rear end rides on a pair of piggyback, coil-over Allen shocks that also sport the trifecta of adjustments with the same long travel as the front for all-around off-road yummy goodness. This is the big tell on this machine, because nobody but rough terrain riders are going to find themselves in need of that kind of suspension stroke. The factory makes sure you can dial in the rider's triangle right where you need, want it with adjustable foot controls to tweak the lower point of the triangle along with reversible handlebar risers and adjustable bar to modify the upper point. The safety electronics continue into the drivetrain with 6 rider modes, 5 preset at the factory for road/rain/sport/off-road/off-road pro. Plus a 6th power delivery profile that is user adjustable so you can develop your own unique engine personality. On top of that, there's a traction control feature that draws on the IMU to deliver lean-sensitive interventions to improve the cornering stability. That's a triple whammy of safety and anglery, and it makes this exceptionally user-friendly. Power comes from a liquid-cooled parallel twin engine that retains the look of the old air-cooled Twingles but instead relies on a tastefully proportioned radiator mounted high on the downtubes to manage the waste heat. A 270-degree crank offset gives it an attractive lope at idle, plus the uneven power pulses are ideal for off-road work since the extra delay every other stroke gives the tire more time to gain purchase. There's a reason why Harleys, Indians Rub 662, and Triumphs dominated the old hill climbing races. MSRP is TBA, but look for it to come in around $11,000. It comes in a cobalt blue tank finish with a jet black stripe or a Brooklyn's green stripe over fusion white.